Okay, so in this video today, I'm going to show you one of the techniques that I use for getting my images onto my paper. One of the things I do is first I pick out the image that I want, and then I zoom in and crop it to the size that I want it to be on my page. Then once I have it printed out, once I have it the way I want it on screen, then I use my filters and go through the filters until I find the filter that best gives me the qualities that I want to use for transferring my image. For this one, I used the slate, which is more of a black and white filter, and then I printed it out. Once I printed it out, then I took and I opened up my paper, which I will be using. This is a Canson watercolor 11 by 15 pad, and then I laid it in the center of the page where I wanted it, and where I'm going to want the image to be on the page. Then once I had it centered, I then took this clear plastic ruler and just a normal mechanical pencil, and I then began marking on my paper where the edges of the picture are, not the edges of the paper, but where the actual edges of the image are. And then I marked those out on the paper here, and I sectioned it into 4 sections: the top, the middle, and then the bottom of the picture. And the way that I got the 4 sections on this image is, first of all, I measured the width of the page, or the height, I should say, and I figured out where approximately in the middle I wanted to go with this, and I went with 3.5. And then I marked 3.5 on both sides and then drew the line across. And then I did the same with the width. And what I did was I measured again from the edge of the image to the other edge of the image, found my middle point, marked it on both ends, and then drew a line all the way across the middle to where I got my 4 sections. Then what I do is, so that I can keep track of what is going to go in what section, I then mark them so that I know which section is which, so that I'll know which section of the image I'm working on at the time, and what goes in that section of the image. And then I also mark that on the page, so that I have my sections matching up with what I have on my paper. Then once I have that, I set that aside, and then I look at where I'm going to look at where the ear and the top of the head are from the edge of the image here, which would be this line here. So then I'm going to look at the distances between the top of the head and the top of the image, and then begin to just kind of sketch out the outline of the head, or the outline for that section, I should say. So what I will do is, then I will come in, I will look and say that the top of the head comes in about right here. It comes in and it kind of makes an upward curve. And then it comes in like this. And then I look at the ear on the edge, and the edge of the ear is about this distance from the edge of the image. So then I will kind of make a little mark showing where my edge of my ear is going to be. And the top of the ear is about right there. So then I'm going to come in with my ear. And it's going to come down and then come back up, like so. And then the ear comes in and then comes back out like this. This ear is kind of fluffy. And now I've noticed a discrepancy in the top of my ear here. I didn't make this part quite long enough here. So I'll just erase that. Come in and make this a little bit longer. That's more like it. And the inside of the ear kind of comes in just a little bit like that. And then we're going to say about right here is a stripe. And then here comes another stripe. It's going to come in like this. It's going to curve around the head. This one kind of comes under like this. Then we have another stripe right here. It kind of does this. And we come down and we have a bit that comes like this. And then a piece that comes off like this. And then right here we have the shadow of the eye that kind of starts coming in around the nose. And it curves back in right here. we have, do the eye, which comes in like this. And do some of these stripes on the side. Got this one coming in down under the eye. bring this up just a little bit more. We've got a bit right here.